We have some massive news coming out here. Austin Reaves is officially back for the Los Angeles Lakers. According to Dan Wilkie, he's putting it out there that Austin Reaves, who obviously has the right groin strain, he has been upgraded to probable for tonight's game at Charlotte. To me, when you say probable, it means the guy's good to go. And we're not surprised because, let's be honest, JJ Redick kind of told us this just a couple days ago, that the soreness that Austin Reaves had was not too much. So when he put that out there, that he expected him back at some point, given the fact that he hasn't played in about a week, and OKC is a very tough opponent, one of the best teams coming up on Wednesday, today's game could kind of be used for Austin Reaves as a, get kind of back in shape, figure out how that groin feels after playing some basketball. And I wouldn't expect Reaves to play 30-plus minutes tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he's limited a little bit, but he is back. And I think for the Lakers, this is massive, right? Obviously, losing that game against the Atlanta Hawks has kind of made the Hornets game like a must-win almost, especially if you want to finish this road trip with, at worst, a record of 3-2. And obviously, you never know what happens. Maybe the Lakers still beat OKC. They can still beat the Milwaukee Bucks. It's not guaranteed that those other two teams are going to end up beating the Lakers, but it is a tough road schedule for the Lakers. And I think being able to win against the Hornets, given you lost against the Hawks, you play the Pelicans, you play OKC, you play the Bucks, all away games obviously for the Lakers. I think this game's kind of a must-win game for the Lakers. Now, obviously we'll see if the Lakers can kind of clean up some of what we saw against the Hawks. Too many turnovers, some defensive mistakes, not enough energy and effort out there. Obviously having Austin Reaves will benefit the Los Angeles Lakers as they kind of get into it. And I'm not surprised that Reaves is back, to be honest, because JJ Redick had kind of told us that the soreness that Reaves had was not too bad. Right, at least that was the update that came out like 2-3 days ago. The soreness was not too bad, which kind of put Reaves on track to kind of come back in one of these games. So I do expect him back against the Hornets. I do expect him limited, but it is what it is as he kind of works his way back into it. There's also another report coming out that's going to impact this game against the Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets have already kind of put this out there. It's not really a surprise. LaMelo Ball is going to be out. He's obviously the Hornets' best player. I believe this is the fourth game he's going to miss now. Josh Green is out. Brandon Miller, who I think is another one, is another big one for the Hornets, is out. And then Grant Williams is also going to be out. Miles Bridges is questionable. Now, there's a chance the Lakers go into this game against the Hornets, and this is a essentially similar situation to the Hawks, where the Hawks had a bunch of guys out. The Hornets can kind of be in that same boat. LaMelo Ball is easy, in my opinion, the Hornets' best player. Miles Bridges is pretty damn solid as well, and he's questionable in this game as well. So there's a real chance the Hornets don't have two of their best players. Even a guy like Brandon Miller is one of those guys that I think still has so much upside, could become a really, really, really good basketball player. He averages 14 points a game. The guy's pretty good on the defensive side. For the Lakers, I think this is huge, right? You're going up against a Hornets team that's obviously banged up, that's obviously hurt, and they're not playing great basketball right now. I think they have like 3 wins on the season. This is a winnable game for the Lakers, but so is the Hawks game. So I don't want to say this is like an easy game, because no game is truly, truly, truly easy. But as long as the Lakers show up, they play with effort, they don't have those bad turnovers, they play defense, play with good energy, I think the Lakers win this game against the Hornets. Also, just kind of keep in mind, the Hornets aren't like a terrible team, right? Like, they have some good things that they have kind of going for them. They shoot a lot of three-pointers, and it leads them scoring a lot of points, right? They average more points than the Lakers. I believe they're the 14th best offense in terms of points per game. And points per game isn't always the greatest way to judge a team. I think defense is much more important. And the Hornets aren't great on the defensive side, so that's something they're trying to kind of, figure out. They struggle rebounding sometimes. In terms of like the opposing team gets a lot of offensive rebounds and those type of things. So for the Lakers, there could be a lot of second chance opportunities as they get into this game. The Lakers have to play with that effort. They have to play with that energy. The Hornets have given a lot of games away, so there's a good chance the Lakers are going to be given a game, but they got to be able to go out there and take it. I want to see Luka Doncic be a little bit more efficient, limit the turnovers. DeAndre Ayton, limit the turnovers. And I also want to see, as Austin Reaves kind of gets back into the rotation, I want to just see how he'll start, but how does it go? Like, is he going to play 20 minutes? Is he going to play 30 minutes? Got to obviously still manage the soreness and the groin injury, and you have that game coming up against OKC. And then at the same time, what happens with some of the other guys. Bronny James had his best game against against the Hawks. Right? I think he's like 4 of 6. So how many minutes does he play? Nick Smith struggled a little bit. Do we see a change kind of happen there? Dalton Connect had a pretty good game as well. I wanted to see what the Lakers do in terms of rotation. Maxi Kleber, how do you kind of fit him in with Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton? The Lakers are getting healthy, man. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a really, really solid team as they get fully healthy, as they kind of come together. And also keep in mind, LeBron should be back probably on the other side of this road trip. So again, we'll just see what kind of ends up happening. But do not overlook this game against the Hornets. Don't look forward to that OKC game. You got to be able to win this game. I think it's huge for the Lakers. Also, if you guys did not know, the second G League game has officially happened for the South Bay Lakers. They are now 2-0. And I want to talk about this game a little bit because some guys have flashed now. Drew Timme looked really, really good. And, I watched this game and just kind of watching, and it's free on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. I'll pin it down in the comments below if you guys want to check the game out. But watching Timme, man, the guy looked really good out there. You could tell, he's getting rebounds and he dribbled the ball down court and set up his own shot. Drew Timme has a ton of upside and a ton of potential. And it'll be interesting to see if he ends up getting converted into a two-way contract at some point. Obviously, the Lakers have 3 guys right now under two-way contracts. So if you do end up going with him, then you'd have to figure out how you're going to kind of, or which of the 3 guys you're going to end up releasing. Christian Koloko will probably be the favorite at that point. You'd swap him out with Drew Timme. But another guy that looked really good, and this is a guy that's already on a two-way contract, is going to be Chris Mañon. Manon looked phenomenal. 31 points. The guy had 7 boards. He had 4 steals, and he had 3 blocked shots. The defensive and effort and energy that this guy played with. He's another guy that I think for the Lakers at some point, we're going to see him playing actual minutes for the Lakers. To me, Chris Manon looked like a really, really, really good basketball player out there. The energy, the effort he plays with, the hustle. The Lakers have a lot of hustle guys already, but you can never have too many of these guys, in my opinion. And the fact that he can score, I think Chris Magnon's probably going to be the first guy among the G League guys to probably have an opportunity. And he's already on a two-way contract, so he already will have at some point that opportunity. And he looked good in the last game as well. I didn't get to watch that game in full because it's only available on Roku TV for some reason. But this game was available on YouTube, so I checked it out. Drew Timme looked good. RJ Davis kind of had success again, kind of continued to do his thing. Chris Manon looked really, really good. I want to see what these guys kind of look like as we go forward. How do they kind of pan out? And then when they get that opportunity, because some of these guys will. I think Drew Timme will be the favorite. Chris Manon will play at some point, given he's already on a two-way contract. RJ Davis, another guy, looked pretty damn good, right? So the Lakers have some good problems right now. They have some guys that hopefully will be able to play at some point, and we'll just see how these guys kind of develop. I want to know what you guys think, man. If you guys watched this G League game, what did you guys see? What are your guys' thoughts on the entire game? I just wanted to make a quick video talking about Austin Reaves and the fact that he's back. Wanted to talk about some of these guys in the G League. I may actually do a film breakdown on some of what we saw from Drew Timme and Chris Manon. I think both guys look really, really good. Let me know what you guys think, man. What are your guys' thoughts on the G League? What are your guys' thoughts on the Lakers and kind of what we've seen up to this point? Huge game against the Hornets tonight. Road trip, second of the 5 games. See what ends up happening. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time with another video.